How's everybody doing? Today we're going to be looking at the Blackberry 8320, which is the Blackberry Curve from T-Mobile. As you can see, this is the titanium edition. There's also a pale gold edition you could get, and I'm sure we'll be seeing many more different variations in color as T-Mobile enjoys doing. Inside you have the SIM card, you have the Blackberry desktop software, which you normally get with any Blackberry. There's a little tips and tricks manual I have right here, and then of course a little setting up the hotspots at home. Now the big thing about this device is that T-Mobile is really focusing on the Wi-Fi at home feature, which allows unlimited calling over the UMA network, which basically means it takes your wireless network at home either by means of using one of their routers, which you can buy for around $50, and there's a $50 rebate with that, and you can set up the UMA service, which works with specific devices by T-Mobile, which include the Blackberry Curve, that allows unlimited calling within a Wi-Fi area. Now you're not limited specifically to the hotspot locations that you see at Starbucks, which have been recently acquired by AT&T, but still have access to a T-Mobile for the next few years without a problem. You could get this Wi-Fi calling anywhere that you have a Wi-Fi connection. Your phone will show that it is in UMA mode, and when you make a call, you will automatically be using Wi-Fi to complete that call, which is basically an IP packet over a GSM connection, and it will allow pretty much seamless integration between switching from a GSM network, your traditional cell network, and going to the UMA feature. As you can see right now, we're actually using UMA calling. It'll show your router name along with UMA in the top right corner, and as well as signal strength for the Wi-Fi. Now, the Blackberry Curve is definitely our favorite Blackberry device. Previously we'd used the 8800 series, 8700 series, the Pearl 8100 series, and what I really like about the Curve simply is just the form factor. It feels really nice in the hands. It doesn't have that real rigid, boxy feel that you get from using the 8800 series. And also the addition of Wi-Fi makes it similar to the 8820, which is the 8800 series with Wi-Fi. The only downside with this particular device is you do not have a standalone GPS receiver inside of here. If you do want to use GPS, you're going to need to go out and get a Bluetooth GPS receiver. But in any case, you still have Wi-Fi, you still have UMA calling. All you need is a Wi-Fi network, and all your calling will be done over UMA. If you lose the Wi-Fi signal, it'll hop onto GSM automatically and start deducting from your minutes that you have on your plan. Otherwise, you can talk as much as you want wherever you have Wi-Fi, not a problem. And it automatically connects to the Wi-Fi networks without a hassle. Anytime you walk near it, instantly on. There's no sort of setup once you've connected to that network before. Very nice. Don't have any problems with it, even with WPA security. It was able to connect just fine. Now on the back of the phone you have the 2 megapixel camera, which you could see on the new Pearl 2. The camera has a flash. Flash is pretty decent. You can enter the camera application on the side of the phone. There's a button, a one-touch button, which by default will open the camera application. As you can see, I mean, it's what you can expect from a 2 megapixel camera. It had, with the flash, that does add some improvements. Flash will automatically turn on by default. It takes a few seconds to save the photo. Saving. It's nothing along the lines of what you see on the N95 when you're taking a 5 megapixel picture, either in quality or in just the amount of time it takes to capture. It's much faster than trying to use a Nokia series device but it doesn't have the quickness of Windows Mobile when Windows Mobile devices take pictures, which they generally do very quickly, although not the best in quality. So on this device, like I said, you have the built-in Wi-Fi, wireless B and G by default, completely compatible with wireless N networks. I'm using a wireless N network right now, able to use UMA calling. No setup, I just simply connected to the wireless network and UMA was enabled by default. One funny thing is that the only service that we have on this device is the Blackberry internet service for $19.99, and it seems that we're able to use UMA calling without adding the hotspots at home feature. A little strange. I guess they've enabled that feature when you get that Blackberry plan, or there's some mix-up with T-Mobile, but all minutes being used right now are registering as U on the T-Mobile billing site, which is showing up as UMA. In any case, very pleased with the quality of the calling over UMA, and for people who don't have the best cell reception at their house, this is just a priceless feature, never missing a call. I know here we have between 1 and 2 bars maximum, no matter what carrier we choose, so UMA is definitely a bonus. Downside is that, you know, you're still on edge with T-Mobile, but it seems that in the next few months we might be seeing that 3G rollout. UTMS might be coming soon. So anyway, back to the Curve. As far as the standard applications, T-Mobile has added a Facebook application, and this icon that's on there by default will take you directly to the Facebook for Blackberry download page. Don't use Facebook, so I won't be installing that. Other options, there is an instant messaging suite. It has the full list of instant messaging clients: Yahoo Messenger, AOL Instant Messenger, ICQ, MSN, Google Talk, and of course the standard Blackberry Messenger. Don't really use Blackberry Messenger much. It's still around, but I don't know too many people with Blackberries that really rely on it. I mean, a text message is just good enough. Anyway, as you can see, we've installed the Google Mobile Updater. The Google Mobile Updater basically just lets you install the entire suite of the Google Mobile software. The search application, Google Maps, Gmail, Google Docs, Picasa, the Google Newsreader, basically everything. I really like using the Google Mobile Updater just because it's so easy to install everything. We also have Opera Mini on here, which is our browser of choice for the Blackberry, since I'm not really big fans of the Blackberry default web client. It's just, I mean, it's too outdated. There's too many better browsers out there, especially in the Windows Mobile arena. I mean, you have Skyfire, the new Opera 9.5 coming out. I mean, those things are just so much more advanced than the traditional Blackberry browser. So Opera Mini gets the job done. We'll definitely take it. Also, our favorite instant messenger actually is not the default software that comes on here. We prefer Jive Talk for AIM. It's probably the best messenger you can get on the Blackberry. 30 days free trial. I'd recommend trying it out before you commit to using the onboard instant messaging client. Other than that, on the side of the phone you have the standard headphone jacks, the mini USB connection. In the back of the phone there's a slot for the micro SD card. And overall, I mean, the device, it's pretty slim. It's nice to hold in the hand. The keyboard is well spaced. It's reminiscent of the 8700 series because of the spacing and layout versus the 8800 series where the buttons are actually cramped together. I like that space. Typing speeds are pretty excellent. I still kind of miss having the scroll on the side versus having the ball in the center, which became popular with the Blackberry Pearls. But overall, this is definitely the Blackberry of choice for us right now, until maybe the anticipated 9000 series is released and the Blackberry touchscreen interface comes. But in the meantime, this will definitely get the job done. I would recommend it for anyone who's looking for a Blackberry and definitely doesn't have that great of reception at their house. You can pick it up for as cheap as $1.99 after rebates. From Tmobile, you get it from letstalk.com for even cheaper, maybe even free. The retail price is $4.49. If you have a Fry's Electronics by your house, you can pick this up for $3.99, no contract, which is exactly what we did. So that wraps it up. I hope you found this information informative, and that's all from cellfanatic.com.